yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
What's up, guys?
Or person, whoever is watching. We have one eyeball
person
up there. We got one eyeball up there in the corner. You guys can't see the eyeball. We can see the eyeball. What's happened? Oh, look, there he is right there. Ron, if you got your camera and stuff set up, you can join us if you would care to join us. We'll shoot you a link. Let me oh, look, it says we're live. How about that? Go
live
figure.
For a minute already.
One entire minute for hobby night tonight. Tonight's we're gonna hobby, do some of that hobby stuff. We had this set for 7:30. We did. Did we have the did we have did you
know when you sometimes when we do those things it just sets it to like default time, and I probably missed changing it to when we actually go live.
Gotcha. See, I'm gonna totally blame Eric for that because I didn't do it.
It's all me. So little update. Last time we were talking about a couple different games that were on Kickstarter and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry about the 7:30. Sorry, just apologies.
We had Twilight. Did you jump in on that at all?
I did not do the Kickstarter, but like we talked about last time with the Twilight stuff, everything will be available. And because of the way Mike does his Kickstarters, everything will be available when he ships all the stuff, which is going to be in like February.
That ended, I believe it was on Thanksgiving here in the U.S., and I completely forgot about it. I was in the middle of cooking a ham, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, I'll come back. And then I'm doing the ham, and then hours later it came back. I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah.
So,
but that's the nice thing about those. You don't really have to with Mike. You don't really have to worry about the whole FOMO thing, the fear of missing out, because it's all going to be available. What's up, Tonio? We're going to be doing a little painting here, sir. Thanks for joining us.
You see what Terrence said? He said, "That's not painting. I see neither brush nor paint. Get to it." Ooh.
There's a brush.
Kind of hurting a little bit.
There's a brush. Finale
one, I know you said the other one that you already have the originals was the Turtles one. And that one I kind of was the same thing. It's like I wanted to, but then I thought about what you were saying, that there's plenty of original copies, and I really don't need anything fancy. Maybe I'll just wait till it comes out and buy it, type of thing. Because I was looking at some of it a little bit closer, and it looked kind of neat seeing some of the stuff in color. And just the fact that they kind of cleaned up some of the verbiage and stuff like that. I might like that. So another one that I was like, I kind of on purpose forgot about that one, I think.
Now there's one coming that you might want to jump on, and that's Burrows and Badgers.
Yeah, it's another one, and
some new rule sets and some new sculpts too.
And then the last one that I saw today, I think it ended just a little while ago, was the Deceased, the DC.
The DC zombie homicide. Yeah,
I did not go all in because I saw what their base pledge was at $130, which that's a lot more than it's been in the past. Yeah. So what I did, I just went at $1. Give myself some more time to think about it, type of thing. But
I got you.
Hey, we got a guest. Should we bring him in from the green room?
Yeah, bring him in.
Okay, Ron, what's up,
fellas?
Greetings and sanitation and all that fun stuff.
Unfortunately, I can't go camera down because this is my iPad and I can't get my camera to hook to it.
You could just lay it down and we'll just see black.
You got to hold it one hand.
Or I can do like my daughter does. No, I'll just lay it flat and let you look at the ceiling. She takes pictures of the ceiling and TikTok.
There you go. So, there you go.
But
So, all right. Well, if anybody else has a camera set up and wants to join, we'll wax a little nostalgic here back to the days. For those of you guys who are newer to Indie Invasion, the whole way this thing started was during COVID. You know, all a lot of the folks that listen to us, our buddies, we would meet up at conventions and play games and stuff together. And obviously we couldn't do that. So we were like, let's just, I think I was the one that stumbled on Zoom. I was like, what the heck is this thing? And then we just started painting together and everybody was stuck at home. So I can remember, whoa, hey, I don't want to be up here by myself. You better stop all that now. Come on. This is not a solo show. There you go. You're playing with buttons. But anyway, we did that. And there were some days right at the beginning, well, a bit into COVID when everything was shut down, where you just log on at like 10 o'clock in the morning to start painting and just leave the computer on all day long, come back and forth. Oh, well, Kings of War there, Ron?
No, actually, this is for D&D game tomorrow night.
Okay, we better get
that Saturday night. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got till Saturday.
That was how all this started. So we're waxing a little nostalgic here. So if you want to join,
we didn't have to pay for like time or bandwidth like in the good old AOL days, you know.
Yeah. No, it was easy, and we learned a lot. And then we stumbled on StreamYard, and it's just a better platform for this than for Zoom's great for meetings, but this is great for this. So anyway. I'm gonna go.
I really enjoyed those. That was, because you just get. It allows us to like just. Instead of trying to type everything in, we can actually interact with you guys and talk with you and ask questions. So.
Yep. So if anybody wants to join in, feel free.
Yeah, just holler. We'll try to keep an eye. It looks like Elton may want to. He said he's going to join soon, so we'll have to keep an eye open for that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm going to turn this camera off.
Turn that camera off. We don't want that camera.
So you guys can stare at Dormammu, which is my bane of painting existence.
He has been.
Man,
I don't even have the right microphone on. Hang on.
You all never brought it back.
I know it was in there.
There we go. That should sound better.
I don't know. Here.
I actually have to move the monitor so I can see you guys.
You have to plug it in there.
All right. I think we're set.
So did you guys get in on the Blackside Studio sale?
I didn't. I was going to get a couple of the things for Burros and Badgers, but I'm still waiting. They were doing the pre-order for the County Road Z.
Oh, stuff. I forgot about that.
And so my Demon Ship stuff was tied up with that. So I emailed Doug, and he was because it didn't say pre-order on the website anymore. So, what's happening, Alder?
My big thing was I wanted to get. I have so much, so there wasn't anything that jumped out at me.
Yeah.
I do want to get those the Trailer Park MDF kits though. That's one of their newer ones.
Yeah, I like the Trailer Park too.
But you know what? I can probably wait till Adepticon. I have such a pile of MDF as you guys have seen before.
No, nobody around here has any kind of piles at all.
I bought the STLs of the Trailer Park.
Oh yeah. Well, you're the super printer though. I mean, you print everything.
Yep.
You like a superhero.
And I got one of my best friends. He went and bought the exact same printer I got. Now he's got a filament printer too, and he's like, "Get down here and show me."
I know, right?
Like, almost sound like Todd R.
I know. If Todd R. or Ron lived any closer to me, there's probably no doubt that I would have a resin printer because I'd just be like, "All right, come over and show me how it works," and then it'd be on.
Morning, Alder.
Another buddy of mine, he comes in there. He said, "I don't need to buy a printer." He said, "I just send you resin through Amazon and tell you print this for me."
There you go. There you go.
I'm good with that.
Hey, I can do that too. I'm okay with that too. So I'm working on BattleTech.
Ooh.
Because my buddy, I was shot out. We've got a little local group messaging, and I was like, I was just feeling a little BattleTech nostalgic, and I was like, anybody ever play BattleTech? And one of my buddies is like, no, but I'm interested. I said,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So I've been picking up some of the new Catalyst minis, and I've had the Total Warfare rulebook for a while, and I love the new Catalyst sculpts. I mean, they're really good, man. I mean, I'm really impressed with them. Just as a comparison, obviously not the same mech, but
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
it's a ridiculous change as far as, they're not so static anymore. Alder says,
Yeah.
I'm working on work. I'm sorry, Alder. We need to do a weekend one, man, so you can join us again.
Of course, he's in Friday already, so he just has to get
he
to the
is.
end of the day, and he's
That's
done.
right. That's right. He's
Do you,
already TGIF.
There's a
I
guy.
think I like the price of those too. They're a lot cheaper, I think, than they used to be.
Yeah, they're pretty reasonably priced, I thought.
Yeah, the metal was expensive. I went up because Iron Wind Metals
Yeah.
that made all them. They're just like an hour and a half from me. So
And
we
they're
used to
still
go
making
by
them.
there. Oh yeah, they're still making them. We used to go by there. We'd go in, and it's like, what do you want? They'd even cast it for you if they didn't have it.
That's pretty cool.
They're a great bunch of guys up there. Just a bunch of old biker dudes.
Hey, that's my kind of people right there, man.
Yep.
So what I'm trying to get going is I've got one I've got two lances painted up for the Lyran Commonwealth, which is House Steiner.
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to paint an assortment of stuff so
Isn't that a
folks can just
wrestler,
use
Steiner?
them. Yeah, man, the Steiner brothers, baby. So I've got that,
University of Michigan.
and then I'm working on. I'm going to do 2 clan stars, and then I have a mercenary company.
Man.
Just for. Well, I mean, you only need 4 models
That's true.
to do that. So, well, 5 if it's clan, but you know, it's not for $20. You're fielding everything that you need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they've got
the
them in
other
the
thing I like.
boxes
It's
now.
cheap to get in. I mean, I saw last year, I think at Adepticon they had their current Kickstarter going at that time, but man, was that stuff hot. They had so many just pick up and play games and
Yeah.
really neat stuff going on. And I know one of my buddies, his kid just jumped in some of the events to try it, ended up winning a bunch of stuff, and he's like, okay, I'm hooked on the game now, I guess.
Yeah, well, and we've talked about BattleTech on the show before, but not like extensively. We've talked about it in the sense of classic BattleTech, like Starfleet battles.
Number crunching.
Right, it's a crunchy game. So I've never actually tried Alpha Strike, which is the simplified, the simplified version of it. However, Alan at Discover Games speaks very highly of it. But I'm afraid I won't like it because I have so much invested nostalgically in my mind to the old number crunching.
Yeah, I'm like you.
So I think that my buddy and I think we'll try them both. But I suspect I will still like the number crunching better.
I'll go get you a math book and send it to you, okay? So you can do some calculus while you play.
Nah, if I want to do calculus, I'll break out Starfleet Battles again.
Oh my goodness.
Starfleet Battles. Listen, Starfleet Battles makes BattleTech look like a beer and pretzels game, okay?
Yep.
It's like, all right, we're in Impulse Phase 30. Huh? What is even Impulse Phase 30? Don't worry about it. Just move your ship. You're going fast enough.
You're going fast.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So I've been doing very, very basic paint jobs on these guys just so that I can bang them out. And since I don't have a resin printer and can't get real good quality miniature prints, I mean, I'm sure some people can. I am not one of those people that can, but I get pretty good quality tanks. So I've been printing up some tanks to use as well in BattleTech for some combined arms stuff once we start playing a little bit.
Okay. You'll have to You can when the Black Site comes out, you can repurpose them for that game.
For when the what comes out?
For when their mech game comes out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. There might be some good ones in there to kind of throw in the mix. That might not be a bad idea.
So, what house are you, Mike?
Oh, I have always been House Steiner. Always. What are you?
Draconis Combine.
Well, I like the Combine as far as story-wise stuff, but I just like House Steiner. I don't know what it is. I've been kind of having to catch back up. I was talking to my son the other day, and I sort of had a revelatory moment because I can't remember when I first started playing BattleTech. I want to say it was like, it had to be 90, 89, 90, but I don't remember when it came out. So I'm not like 100% sure.
1985.
Okay. So I think it was probably 89 then when I first played BattleTech. And it was some years, it was probably about maybe 4 years after, maybe 5 years after that I got into 40K. And I think again, that's what I was talking to my son about as I was thinking about it retrospectively. I think what the appeal of 40K was to me, which is the thing that I still like to this day about 40K, is the lore, right? It is just so deep. The lore is so expanded, and that is BattleTech. Like BattleTech is the exact same way. And those two games' lifespans are about the same. So they've both had that amount of time to develop this extensive history. And I really, really like that in a game.
Oh, I do too. I started playing, I was stationed at Greenham Common in England in 85. And this buddy of mine came up. He was a missile dude. I was a cop. He was a missile dude. And he came up and he said, because we already played D&D and stuff together. And he's like, dude, he said, I picked up this box set down in London. He said, let's try it out. So we pulled it out. It didn't even have miniatures. It had the cardboard standees in it.
Yep.
And we started playing. We were like, yep, we're all in.
Yep. Big stompy robots, man.
That's it, man.
Big stompy robots. and really, with what Catalyst Games has done with the models, has just put it head and shoulders above where it was. Now, Ironwind made good models, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But they were a little bit on the spindly side, because really with some of the mechs, you're talking about you were gonna have a model that weighed 15 pounds if you made it out of metal.
Yep.
And so, so that's what I've been working on. I've been refreshing myself on the fluff because it's been a long time.
You know who handed the clan their first defeat, don't you?
The Draconis Combine.
Yep. Battle of Tukayid.
But you know who fought the clans harder than anybody else?
Yeah, Steiner.
No, the Free Rasselheim Republic. Come on.
Oh.
They had to. I mean, there's almost nothing left.
Oh, yeah, because they were, when they hit.
That's right.
There.
They were like, hey, let's go right in through this place right here, and we'll just take everything there.
Hey, but Mac, Mac, does your faction have a special move, the Steiner recliner?
No, but I need a Frankensteiner move for sure.
Oh, there you go.
I might have to create my own mech and make it the Frankensteiner.
And you need to paint them in University of Michigan colors.
Or in some Big Papa Pump colors, or the dog face gremlin. I actually have in my Rumble Slam models, I have one of my tag teams painted up as the 80s Steiner brothers.
It's awesome.
So yeah, it's been good. I joined I finally got back on Facebook. So if I haven't accepted or sent you a friend request,
don't have your feelings hurt. I have 4 friends on Facebook right now. I don't expect to go much beyond that because I had to make a new account. But I got in the classic BattleTech group, and just kind of catching up on everything. I've repurposed some aircraft because I really used to enjoy playing combined arms as much as I love the big stompy robots. It was always fun to be able to take out a mech with a tank. There's some serious bragging rights going on there.
Yeah, you just want to use a lot of Inferno missiles against tanks. Catch them on fire, they're done.
Well, I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? It's been so long. My buddy and I, it'll probably take us 47 hours to have 2 mechs fight each other, but we'll have fun in the process.
Oh, that's it. Did you all ever play with LAMs, the land air mechs?
I did a couple of times way back, but I think I was so at that time new to just wargaming in general that with processing all of the BattleTech stuff, I was like, I'm just gonna BattleTech at Big Stomp. I'm just gonna big stompy robot at first, and then I just never went back to them.
Yeah, we got to the point we were actually creating our own mechs. We had the software that a couple of different people put out, and you could create your own. We went in there and started creating our own, and would get C bills. Like, all right, you get X number of millions of C bills to create your force, and it's like that was awesome.
Now I would do that on paper. I did that on paper with the technical readouts. But again, that's one of these games that I had a whole bunch of stuff and now I have nothing. So starting over.
There's a guy, his name was Matt Mason. He has done STLs of almost every single mech.
Oh, that's cool.
Different poses and they're really cool.
I did order a couple from Etsy, from one of the print farms that I've gotten several of my Crisis Protocol guys from, and he does a really, really great job. Modest Mini Studios. I've plugged him on here a few times. I don't know if he's ever gotten any business from that, but I hope he has. But he does a really good job. So I ordered just a handful of light mechs from him. A couple Locusts, a Jenner, Firestarter, just a few light ones to add to what I've gotten out of the little starter boxes I've picked up.
Well, if you've got a favorite mech of yours, and I've got the STO, I would be more than happy to print one for you.
I do have a favorite mech. The Archer is my favorite mech.
I got you covered.
That is my favorad mech.
The Battlemaster is mine.
I think it was when I think I fell in love with the Archer. Mad Cat for the win. That's a good choice too. Eric, do you have Tonio as a friend on Facebook to send him a link?
I don't think so, actually.
No. Let me see real quick.
Can you send it privately to him on here?
Oh, yeah. Duh. I forgot. I completely forgot about the
Rusty.
Oh, maybe not. No, that's just that private chat is just for everyone in the studio. So hang on. I'll bet you I can find him in a skinny minute.
I think these are some of the easiest minis I ever painted, right up there with the air elementals.
Yeah, right. Nothing like a bone dragon.
This is a shadow dragon. So he's basically black.
Send it in Discord.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't have any idea what I'm doing over here.
He's all messed up.
I am, man. I'm
talking about BattleTech. He got all excited.
I know. And my wife just got back. She's upstairs sleeping. She was at a conference in Myrtle Beach, so she just got home tonight.
Yeah, mine's been kind of under the weather for about 4 or 5 days, but she's like, "Are you doing your thing tonight?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget." There she is, looking out for me. She's not feeling good, and she's still thinking of me.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. I got you. Tonio, hold on one second. Let me copy the link. And then I got you. And I'm going to send this to you in Discord, man, as a message. Boop. Cool. All right, sir. That is sent to you in. Yeah, I like the Mad Cat too. But when I first started playing, it was all early Inner Sphere stuff where everything was overheating. Like,
I love that.
I did too. You really had to manage what you were doing. There was none of this double heat sinks. There was a real resource management element.
Yeah, you can fire everything, but if you've got missiles, you're risking blowing yourself up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was just telling my buddy the other day, I said, we need to play some Battletech because I am jonesing.
There you go. I got, like you can see here, I got a little bit of a stack of stuff to get going. But like I said, I'm using my speed paints and I'm just kind of pumping them out. I'm not doing anything crazy. I thought about trying out some of those, what do they call them? The panel markers that the Gundam guys use.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you want to spend hours, because I did that with a rapidograph pen that we use in drafting stuff. Dude, I don't know how many hours I spent panel lining. And when you can just put a wash on them.
Gotcha.
And get the exact same wash and then dry brush with a highlight, and you get the exact same effect.
Yeah, I'm not looking at a lot of time. What I've been doing is I've just been using a speed paint of the color that I want, and then I've just been doing some edge highlighting, and I've liked the way it, and a little pop of color here and there. Maybe like gun barrels. I've been doing my Free Worlds League gun barrels silver and Steiner barrels black, just to mix it up a little bit.
There was one of my latest things I did.
Oh, is that for Kings of War? Or is that for?
Well, it's for 40K. It's a Norn emissary, but
okay,
it's 3D printed.
Of course it is. We knew it was wrong. It was on your screen. We knew it was.
Yes, everything. Just about. It's just so easy for me to do. I guess.
Oh man,
doing it, and it's like, and I mean, I spent so much money at Black Site.
Oh.
Ron, I feel that pain. I know that pain.
So well, right?
Look at my bank account during Adepticon.
I want to think I bought like 10 VHS expansions and everything but the new book.
Oh yeah, I
bought Mama Luna's Pizza.
That's a good one. I like that one.
So and I bought the MDF kit for that as well.
Okay. That's a good kit.
I don't think that I bought a single thing for Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I
don't
went
know.
to the comic store 2 days in a row for Black Friday.
Well, I did get to go to a game store though, only briefly. I had to drop my son off in Columbia, and where I drop him off on the way to get back on the interstate, there's a store called Firefly Games. It's a pretty impressive store. The gaming table area is probably twice as big as your typical gaming store. And that's not even, that doesn't even include the actual merchandise. That's just their tables in the back.
Here's the highlight of my Black Friday.
Uh-oh, what you got? Oh, Werewolf by Night. Ooh, nice.
Number one.
Tonio, let me know, Tonio, if you got that link, man.
And of course, we like Kirby, so had to get some Demon.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, if you weren't aware, go follow Eric on SideQuest Comics. He is doing another channel
You can see me spending all my money on that stuff.
Yeah, so you can double see him spending money. Oh, there he is. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Welcome. It's from the great white frigid north.
We still have grass. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we got down to like 20 something a week ago.
Oh, yes.
It's been 20 something here every day.
A little bit of snow, but it's pretty much gone now.
So on those comments, should I just go ahead and be quiet about what the weather's supposed to be here tomorrow?
I was gonna box some up and send it to you, but it'd be water by the time I got to you.
I will refrain from sharing our temperatures here, although it has been a little bit chilly the past few days. You know, I did have to put my hoodie on, but I still wore my flip flops.
Of course.
Got to have priorities, man. But my son is at Navy boot camp right up there by Eric, enjoying that nice frigid weather.
Oh, yeah. It's probably in that shock.
Yeah, one of my son's best friends left to go up there Sunday.
Oh, well, he'll probably be in the division right behind him then.
Probably.
Because he's only on his second week.
Yeah, he just went up there. They were having trouble with his ASVAB or something. So he finally got everything straightened out with that. And then another one of his buddies is going, like, I think January 3rd or 4th.
Okay, cool. Tonio, what are you working on tonight, sir?
Carnivale buildings.
Carnivale. Good stuff. I have 3 Burrows and Badgers models left to paint.
What?
But Alder, if you're still here, you'll be proud of me. They're new ones that I ordered. They are not from the old lot.
Did you finish the old lot?
Oh, yes. They're all finished, based, ready to go. I have my warband built. We were supposed to start our campaign last week, but I was sick. We even rescheduled. I was like, all right, I'll feel better Saturday. I did not. And now my buddy his nephew is in town. They're babysitting him. So we got to wait one more week to get it started, but I'm ready to go. And I've gotten to the point where, you know, the worst part about those kind of games, just like Mordheim and Necromunda, is since I have other models that aren't in my warband, I have no money left for my warband to spend, but I have already mentally spent a whole bunch of it because there's all these other guys I want to put in my warband. The next guy I want to put in is a squirrel in a squirrel knight in heavy armor with a halberd and parry, and then this guy who I just love is my beaver mercenary.
What
Scale
scale
are
is
those
awesome?
things?
The scale is basically 28 millimeter, but they vary because like I have like a dormouse archer and it's very tiny, and then the beaver and the bulldog and the badgers, they're all massive.
Those are all pretty big.
Trying to keep them similar scaled.
Yeah, they're kind of close to what you would think as far as animal size. Raul says, "Do I have the bulldog?" No, I don't have the bulldog, but Eric does. And you finished painting him, didn't you, Eric?
Yeah, I finished him. He was one of the first ones I finished because he was so cool.
Yeah. So I'm just base coating my my Jade Falcons, and then this is my Free Worlds League color scheme, which I've got a whole lance of them finished. And then my mercenary company is going to be the Warhogs. And that's going with that orange. And then I've got some Comstar mechs back here to fill in the vacant spots in my to fill out my last 2 lances for my Free Worlds League and mercenary company. Because that's how we roll around here.
Right.
Just buy all the minis. Okay, so here I have a genuine question because this is something I was looking at online the other day for when my wife comes and asks me what I want for Christmas. We usually get like one. Well, we usually get like one thing for each other because you see all these mechs on my table, right? It's like we just get when you're a grown up, you get what you want. So does she, right? You know what I mean? So we usually get like one thing for each other. And I want another display cabinet. So what kind of good glass or acrylic lighted, dust-free cabinets do you guys in internet land, and obviously you fellers here with us, what do you guys have, and what do you like?
I don't have any.
Okay,
those like
I'm not buying that one, Ron. I'm not buying that one.
I put mine in cases so that I can grab them and pack them to go play.
Gotcha.
My IKEA ones are nice, but I wouldn't call them dust free. They're
Do
not
you have
bad.
the Detolfs, Eric?
What's that?
The Detolf or something like that?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's the four-sided glass one.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I added storm strip, something like that. I don't know the exact name.
Oh, yeah. Where they kind of have those cracks and stuff.
Yeah. It works quite well.
Okay, and now I've heard real good stuff about those. I mean, obviously nothing is dust free. I mean, I've got a couple of acrylic display cabinets, but it's always a whole lot better than just sitting out on a shelf dust free. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. See, that's what I want. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I don't think my wife's going to buy me 4 of them, but
their biggest flaws, you can't add shelves easily.
Yeah,
they don't sell them.
They are what they are,
and it's only 3 shelves, and the space between them is about 15 inches. It's quite tall. So
you know what my son did, because he's got some. He ended up taking some of his Legos and making like in between shelves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought some in acrylic.
Oh yeah.
It cost almost as much as buying another set.
Gosh.
Oh wow.
Another buddy of mine took the Billy bookcase from IKEA too, but you can buy extra shelves more easily.
Yeah, that's another thing that I was curious about that with those, because I was actually looking at those the other night. Was whether or not you could add more shelves.
In theory, you can, but it's not sold.
Right.
It's all do it yourself.
Right. I shocked myself the other day. I actually listed some of my miniatures on eBay.
Wow.
I know, right? Well, you know, I love the guys at DGS Games. Probably one of the greatest gaming community, very much like Black Site Studios, right? Just to give everybody a frame of reference, if you don't know DGS Games, and they have their game Free Blades, which is a fantastic game. It really is. But nobody plays it. I just, there's no point in me holding on to them. So I listed 3 full factions painted on eBay. So we'll see how they do. It's the first time I ever listed anything on eBay.
I haven't done that in years. I mean, like probably 15 years. So I'm sure it's different.
Yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot and see, you know, and if they sell, great. They're already packed up. So if anybody bids on them, they'll be going out very quickly because they're already wrapped, packed, and ready to go. But yeah, so that was a new little gaming. I guess that qualifies as a gaming experience, right?
Yeah.
So that was my gaming experience there. See what happens with that. And then if that goes well, I have some other stuff to list as well, because there's a handful of games that we play regularly that I'll keep stuff. And these days it's just mostly the unique stuff that I like to keep, because we just don't have a big gaming community here.
And that's so sad.
It's the flow of the nice weather.
Exactly. It's too much fishing going on, man. There's too much beach, too much fishing.
Yeah.
but that's okay.
That would do it.
You make fun of us, but we have gaming communities.
That's right. That's right. Because it's cold, y'all got to stay inside. That's okay. One day, we're gonna all get together. You'll see. It'll happen.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know where.
Crap. Ugh.
Somebody, what'd you drop? Did you drop something in your water?
No, it came off the stand.
Ah,
That's okay though. I can fix that. Now I just have paint all over me.
that's okay. That's half the fun. That's half the fun. I tell you, I was at that game store the other day, and I picked up the mega speed paint set.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
And
what I have. It's
I just
awesome.
kind of stared at it for a few minutes, and then I put it down and picked up some
Oh, come on.
stuff. Well, I still have 3 kids in the house, so got Christmas coming.
Yeah, that's true. Put that on your list.
Nah, I'll just get it sometime during the year. I don't need to get it at Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to get my wife to order me the new Don't Look Back book. But I was like, well, it ain't even going to be here before Christmas. And she's going to be upset about that. So
Now, while I was up there, I did need a couple of colors that I had run out of for my Pro Acryl. And they didn't carry Pro Acryl, but they did carry the Duncan Rhodes paints. So I picked up one of those. Haven't really used too much of it yet. What's that? Max Earth.
Max Darth.
Oh, Max Darth. What's that? Just a black?
The blackest black. They did a Kickstarter for it.
I've heard about that.
And I mean, this stuff. I've got a couple of wraiths I want to pick up, and like there's nothing inside their hood. So I want to paint this black inside there after I get everything else done, because it doesn't reflect anything.
Cool. You have to post those up in the Discord for us to see. But I
got to find them first.
It was very dangerous, I think, for me to pick up that Duncan paint, because then I'm probably gonna like it, and I'm gonna need some more.
I hear good things,
and then you're gonna say goodbye, Apple Barrel.
No, I'll never say goodbye to my Apple Barrel paints, man. Come on, I build too much terrain to say goodbye to Apple Barrel.
Yeah, that's true. That's
way too much terrain.
There it is.
Yep. Do you guys have any of the Duncan Rhodes paints, the 2 thin coats?
No.
Nope.
No.
I have Vallejo, P3, Army Painter, Citadel. That's about it, and Apple Barrel.
Apple Barrel.
And Plaid. I have some Plaid paints.
That's Apple Barrel anyway. They're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Same company.
What is this guy?
I didn't know that until I became a Plaid ambassador, that they were the same. Which really, I could have figured that out by just reading the bottle. But I didn't.
What is this thing?
I still,
it's
to
pretty
this
bad
day,
when you don't even know what you're painting.
Yeah,
what it's called. It's from, because I'm still running through those adventures where they're fighting the Red Wizards. Because we went through, we had a couple of deaths in the family and stuff, so we had like a month that we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And so we're just getting back on track, hopefully Saturday. But there's some weird stuff from the Void, and
so what you're really saying is your printer's working a little bit of overtime?
It is. I'm trying to remember what this thing's called. It's let me get down here where it is.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the mechs that I'm painting, I don't know what's what. I just know they're mechs.
Yeah.
I know right now I have a summoner in my hand, but beyond that, I'm just guessing.
Yeah. I'll find him here in a minute. Because they have an Eye Drake, which I just painted. Let's see. It's an emissary of some kind. Like a Cthulhu. Oh, Starspawn Emissary.
Starspawn.
I know what that
Lesser Starspawn. I have a lesser and a greater Starspawn Emissary. This is the lesser. This thing.
So So going around the group here, Eric, when was the last time you managed to get a game of something in?
Oh boy, probably summer.
Really, man?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow! And you
I mean,
have
I
the
think-
gaming store.
Well, let me think. Did I do solo ones? I might have done some solo stuff just to learn games and whatnot, but
Okay.
actually just kind of kicking back. I think it was summer. I think it was with Big Mike.
I seem to remember that being the last time you talked about anything. Of course, Mike has commented a couple times in Discord about getting together and playing something.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Ron, what about you? When was the last time you got in a good skirmish game?
the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, I played all day long.
Oh,
Cool.
wow. Okay, that's awesome.
We started with Firefight, and that was about a 2-hour game. And then we played 3 games of Kings of War.
Nice. That is a day of gaming right there. How about you, Tonio?
But before that, it had probably been 8 months.
Oh, wow. Wow. What about you, Tonio? When was the last good skirmish game for you, sir?
I had my second game of Carnivale last week.
Awesome. Awesome. I've been on a pretty good swing, except for being sick last week. My buddy Seth and I have played pretty regular on the weekends. We've been able to mostly been playing Twisted, but the last game of Twisted that we played, we were both just kind of chatting, and it was like, let's do a campaign. We had so much fun when we did our Necromunda campaign that we were like, let's do a Burrows and Badgers one, because I've never read the Redfall books, but I think that I may not even be getting the name right. But
Red Wall.
Red Wall. There you go. Red Wall fall. Maybe the wall fell. I don't know.
It's my favorite Pink Floyd song.
There you go. See, we can make all kinds of connections here. But apparently he's a big fan of that. So he actually bought a whole bunch of Burrows and Badgers. Guess when? That's right. When me and you bought all those and did the big series of shows about it. So he bought a bunch of them. And when it was like, well, you want to do Burrows and Badgers? Like, heck yeah. So I finished getting my stuff all painted up and built my war band. And we are ready to go. So I'm excited about that. I do love a good campaign game.
We did that with BattleTech.
Well, that's probably what we'll do with that too. After we run our Burrows and Badgers campaign, we'll try to suck somebody else into it. Our normal sacrificial victim to suck into a game is, if anybody's watching the comments, is Wraith Knight, which is Raul, but he's in Florida now. So that's a little bit of a commute to play.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I think Raul, if you're still on there, I think he's in Pensacola though, which is if he was in Jacksonville, it'd only be 3 hours. But it is not.
Boy, that's a way far away.
3 hours?
No, I'm just saying Florida.
That's way far away for you.
Chicago land, boy.
It's just down the road from me, man. Just down the road.
Holy cow! I am actually. I just opened.
Oh my gosh, you're
floodgates
working
and-
on Dormammu.
Yes. I let go. I just opened the floodgates and I'm just letting it go. I'm like, whatever. I was being too picky about colors and what I wanted to do, and
it's about time.
Reference, yeah.
Oopsie.
Didn't I get you that for Christmas last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've had them for about a year now.
Yeah, almost a year exactly now.
Somebody real nice got it for me.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought I got it for you.
Oh, that there was funny.
That was. That wasn't half bad. Raul says there is a game store where he is. We can come visit.
I'll just take it over.
Just take it over, man. We'll just all meet at Alan's store.
Okay, where did I just put the paint that I was using?
Discover Game just had its 7th anniversary. So Discover has been open for 7 years. And
it's been that long.
Yep. And actually, I think, hopefully, I was chatting with a fella in the Twilight group who is actually in the Atlanta area. So I directed him to Discover Games. I don't know if they have an active Twilight group playing there, but I know they've got a few people. And if that guy's gonna, if he'll go be the champion, it's a cool enough game. I am sure he could get at least 3 or 4 people interested. And Alan has some stock.
That's what it takes.
I just got to talk Jim into it. Tabletop engineer.
Yeah, I think he would like it. It's kind of got that I don't know, that quirky characters, whatever that he likes in games.
Yeah. Yep.
Fire.
And it's a fun game. I got almost all of my stuff painted. I went on a Twilight, and I guess you could. I guess it would be a bender, maybe, where I got everything painted. I didn't get everything. I didn't get everything painted, but I got the vast majority of my Twilight stuff painted. I got all my Dogu painted, which made me happy because that's my new favorites in the game world. And I think I finished all my Kadeshi, but I'm not 100% sure. I got to look back in the drawer. But I got a lot of it done and based and all that good fun stuff.
It still sounds strange hearing you base stuff.
I know. I know. Change is good. It's painful, but it's good. And there's like not really a reason that I started doing it. The ones I started back to doing was when I got into Crisis Protocol. And because the bases were so large and I didn't have a stock of clear bases like that, I was just
large?
like, well,
did you
And
say
they have
large?
their own base size too, right?
yeah, they were just like, hey, let's make a base size that nobody else has anywhere of anything. Okay. And so I was just like,
3D print 'em.
whatever. Stop rubbing it in, Ron.
You know you want one.
I do. But as far as bases go, I can print the bases on my FDM printer. I've been printing a whole bunch of hex bases because I've been repurposing some stuff for fighters and aircraft in BattleTech. So I had to print up a bunch of bases. But I look enviously on those things that people print with the resin printers. I look at my little tank that I print on my FDM printer, and I go, "Wow, that resin one looks really nice."
Yeah, I actually print most of my bases on my filament. I just print flat bases, and then I use my. I have discovered AK Interactive. They had a big sale, and I bought a bunch of their terrain textures.
Yeah,
dude, they are awesome. I don't even have to paint them. Most of them are already colored.
Okay.
What you want?
I've seen them. I just haven't used them.
That Norn emissary or Norn, emissary for the 40K. That's what they're all on. They're on like a sand. I want to make them like they're sitting on a desert or something, but I didn't have to put a whole lot of stuff on the base.
Yeah,
I got to show you the one I did though.
I picked up some Vallejo snow for my Dogu. I think I'm going to do some of my Gilda Harmony for Twisted. I think I'm going to do some snow bases for them as well. But the Vallejo one was pretty good. And for the size of the container and the amount it has taken to do the 10 or 12 bases that I've done, I'd have to do a whole 40K army to use it up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of them were real big bases, and I was like, well, I mean, real big containers, like for example.
Yeah, that's about the size of the Vallejo one I have too.
But these size are perfect.
Yeah. Well, you know, you say you're never going to use it, but then I think back to, I remember when I first really, back in my 40K days, got into heavily building terrain. And I was like, my wife brought me home a gallon of Elmer's glue. And I was like, oh man, I'll use that forever.
Goes fast.
Yep.
Listen, I don't even want to think about how many gallons of Elmer's glue I have been through.
Oh, I know, right? Here's one of this is the Harridan I did that, and I printed out some little Space Marine dudes, so that I could cure them on the end of the Tyranid. And you got one on the base here. Where's he at? There he is. You can see the dude on the ground.
Printed those, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that.
The stuff on the base, that's just straight out of the jar.
Okay.
And I mean, it's hard as a rock. But
cool.
I love it. It reminds me, I need to put glistening blood.
Now, Tonio, the buildings that you have there, who are they from?
Daddy Dintorni Emporium or something. It's 3D files.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, I know who he's talking about.
Yes, two lines, the Venezia and the Salmistia, that are done for Carnival.
Gotcha.
Well, Venetian terrain, but like it's not like there's that many Venetian games.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, for the massive number of Venetian games out there, we've created a whole line because there's just so many games.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have to decide who is going to which company here. For color schemes.
No, not that one.
So one, two small ones. I should have had this part figured out before I did this.
That might have helped.
Yeah, that's overrated though.
Yeah. Planning. We don't need this.
Yeah, figure it out as we go. I think I want to do the Highlander and Crab for them. One more. And there we go. All right. Get these base colors down, and then with these speed paints, and then everything else I'm doing is actually really easy because I'm just edge highlighting stuff, and they go pretty quick. And they look all right. They're not they ain't gonna win any contests, but so far they're looking pretty good on the table. I'm happy with them.
Yeah, I just paint for myself. I anymore if I show them off on I guess is it Wapin?
I paint for myself too
on the Discord, so
I paint for myself too because nobody else wants what I paint.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if it looks good to me, it's just sitting on the table, it's painted. Because I have a new thing that I won't play with unpainted armies now. Which is an inspiration for me to get going.
Sure.
And actually, get painting.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do love I do love to look at a beautiful paint job. I love it when Tonio posts something in the group.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. And
I got a friend of mine here that lives up in Lexington. He paints for competition. I mean, he's won P3 awards and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you make me sick. But the thing about it is, he teaches classes, and he brings in the very first miniature he ever painted, and it looks like a 2-year-old painted it. And then he brings out another one. He says, and this is just 4 years later.
Yeah.
He said, and this won gold at Gen Con. And I was like, he said, it's repetition, all about practice.
Yeah. And for some people, that's the goal, in the game.
Yeah.
And I say more power to them. It's inspiring. I like to see the guys that they'll do the like a battle flag for 40K or something, and it'll all be freehand. Just very so impressive.
We used to look at, they do the big Eldar ships or Tau ships, and they would paint on the side of them, paint a big mural on the side of them.
Yep.
It's like, that's talent.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Eye candy. How's that Dormammu going there?
Yeah, let me hit it. Let me hit some highlights here real quick since I just loaded up my brush, and I'll show you.
I'm not going to have anything special to show at the end of the night.
And I'm just letting it go, letting it fly. That's the other thing. Don't think about it sometimes. Just do it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I need to dig up one of the old hobby nights, Eric. I can't believe you just said that.
There you go.
Nice. Blow up your picture. I want to see that.
All right.
That's looking good, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, man. That looks
I
good,
like that.
dude.
He was all black starting tonight with a little bit of red on him.
Yeah, that's looking good, man.
So
I know the real reason that you started working on him. You want something else for Christmas. And you knew I wasn't going to get you anything else if you didn't have that Dormammu finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's his mega base. So I gotta do that little this.
What? Daughter. I'm chatting with guys online. What are you doing?
That did not sound good, Ron.
I was in the military.
Exactly. It's all good. It was just comical.
Yeah. Probably brought back memories to you, didn't it?
Right. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is my buddy Seth, he's going to come over. We're going to play a game of Battletech, and I'm going to have painted up 2 separate inner sphere houses, a mercenary company, and 2 separate clans. And he's going to pick something that I haven't painted anything of that he likes. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I really like those smoke jaguars." I'm like, I didn't paint any of those.
You don't tell him they exist. You just say you give him the choices of the ones that you have painted.
It's way too late. I already sent him all the fluff.
That's your fault then.
Absolutely, dude. I want him just as buried in it as me.
Yep, it's infectious.
Actually, as I've been, renewing my familiarity with everything, I'm thinking back to all of the Battletech paperback books I used to have, man. I'm like, man, I wish I still had those. I'd start reading them again.
Yeah, I still have all of my technical manuals and everything.
Oh,
my
wow.
house books. Do you remember Mech Force North America?
I do not. I might if I saw it.
It was a club.
Oh, the magazine. The club
FASA put out. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I still have my dog tags.
Oh, nice.
They sent you dog tags with them with your MechForce North America number and everything on it.
The house books they're going for a penny these days.
Yeah, I still have all of them.
I managed to find a copy for a reasonable price of the Jade Falcon clan book.
Yeah.
I want to try to find a copy of the House Steiner book, but it's just expensive right now. So hopefully I'll find something maybe at a store, in the used pile or something. So I'm just keeping an eye out.
Yeah, well, don't look at half price books.
No,
they've gotten to the point that they're not half price books. They're
twice price books.
If it's collectible, it's price books.
Gotcha.
Oh. Because I've seen some D&D box sets of half price books here, and I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, like $175.
Woof. Every once in a while, I'll luck out and my wife will come across something at the thrift store.
Yeah.
And since she volunteers there, as she's sorting it, the volunteers, they can claim dibs. I mean, you still got to pay for it, but
yeah, it comes your way.
Yep. She'll set it aside for me, send me a picture and be like, you want this? Yes.
So Eric, what did you think of the Werewolf by Night that they did?
The movie?
Yeah,
I really liked it. What I liked about it is it was like a throwback to the old, Universal movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And it had the music to set the tone, and with the camera work where they'd zoom in on certain specific things they want you to look at. And then just hints of color here and there, I thought was really neat.
Yeah, I loved it. My favorite part, though, and I told my wife looked at me. I was getting all giddy and jumping up and down. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "It's Man-Thing. I know it is." And sure enough, it was.
Yeah.
Because he's like my fave. I have all those, the Fear, Journey, all of those.
Well, since you mentioned that, I'm going to show you another one I got.
Because that's where Howard
series 2 of him, but I got this one too.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I like.
He's on my list to print a big statue.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You have to show me when you do that.
Yeah, because that's one I want that I would actually take my time painting.
I like all those 70s monster comics that they had back then. Tomb of Dracula has been a big one lately too. I actually have some, like 10 coming in the mail right now.
Cool.
That I got a pretty good deal
Sons
on.
of Midnight is what I'm waiting for him to do.
Yeah.
There it is. Eric's going to stop buying miniatures. He's going all comics.
Oh no, I sold most of my comics, but I sold them to a guy. It was a friend of a friend who was just getting into collecting and had disposable income. I mean, I had Spider-Man from number 15 all the way up.
Wow.
And he bought almost all of those. I wish I had that money back, but I did keep I kept a lot of my independent. I had all my Man-Things, all my Moon Knights. I kept all my Cry for Dawn stuff, all my Witchblade stuff. But most of the rest of it I needed the money at the time.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Young, and I was in my mid to late 20s, and I was like, well, I need money.
Yep. I think we've all been there. I think everyone has an army that they had, but they needed money.
Yep.
And if they don't, then, well, good on them. Well, but I know I do.
I just painted my camera.
Oh, that's outstanding.
I went like this to itch my face, and I went whap against the camera.
Nice.
I didn't know
that. At least you didn't paint your glasses.
Yeah.
I did not know that's what we were doing this evening. I'm sorry. I missed that.
A lot of the stuff I've been getting, Ron, too, is I don't care about the grade. I just want it so I can read it.
Yeah, I did that with some things I went over and bought. I'm gonna tell you a story that's probably gonna make you cry, Eric.
Oh boy.
San Antonio, 1983. I'm in basic training. We go downtown San Antonio. We're walking around on the Riverwalk. There's a big comic book store there. I go in. They have Spider-Man #1 for $50. It's in terrible shape. But I'm like, it's Spider-Man #1. So I bought it. We go to eat. We get up. We leave. I'd left my bag under the seat.
Oh no.
Gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I cried for days.
oh man.
And in the 80s, $50 was that was nothing to sneeze at.
No, that was a lot. I remember buying comic books for like $15 back then, when I was a teenager, and I thought my parents were going to kill me. They're like, "You spent what on a comic book?"
Yeah. My mom, another story, I had Fantastic Four #4 when I was in high school that I'd gotten from a guy that had given to me. And my mom sold it at the yard sale, put it in a quarter comic book box.
Oh, that's what happened to all my old Star Wars stuff. Well, here,
Okay.
since you said
gentlemen,
Spider-Man,
I'm going to have to bow out tonight. What do you got there? Oh, Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yeah.
Since you said Spider-Man,
Oh, signed too.
by
John
both
Romita.
father and son.
Look at you big old
Junior
fancy
and
man.
senior.
Yeah.
I've got several McFarlane things signed, and I've got a couple of originals. When I used to go to the shows, a lot of the artists would do originals for $15-$20.
Wow. Yeah, that's when it
I've
was
got
affordable. Now, some of them are a little. Like
I'll dig them out.
Yeah.
And
Send me some
take some pictures
I'd
and
love to
post
see
them
that
on
stuff.
Discord. So I'm gonna have to bow out. I didn't realize how late it was. I know my
right,
wife's in
Ron.
there waiting on me.
Yeah,
But,
I did.
Gentlemen, I had fun.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, buddy. It was good to have you. We'll have to do one of these on the weekend where we can get Alder in here too.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, you all have a good evening.
Yeah.
All
you
right,
too.
sir. Enjoy your
And like-
weekend. Game
I will,
on,
and
brother.
And as Miniac always says, paint more minis.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not too much longer for here either.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to start something more on him or just call it a night. I got
Yeah,
enough paint on my hand palette right here from mixing. So, but I mean, I got the flame
Got a
done.
lot
I got
done.
all my base coating done. A little bit more highlighting, and
yeah.
I'm gonna do
That's
this.
a lot done, man. That's
Considering where he was. I
I didn't get a whole lot done as far as like
gotta
I
do
didn't
the
finish
highlighting
anything.
of his
I didn't-
purple and reds, but
Oh yeah, he's looking good, man.
Oh yeah.
I
Nice.
forgot how much I like dry brushing. I used to dry brush a lot more. I don't know. There's something about it that's just it's organic,
Man, don't be using all them fancy art terms, man.
I knew as soon as I said that, I was gonna lose you.
You just confuse me, man. I'm over here licking my paintbrush and drinking my paint water, and you're talking about organics.
Oh, that's good if you're licking it then.
That's right. That's right. I got mine has to be organic because I'm licking my brush.
It's like the old what's that old ad? Does the body good? Milk does the body
Milk
good.
does the body
Take
good.
does the body
My brain
good.
didn't go there at first, though. My brain, when you said, "What's the old ad?" I was thinking, "This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs." Any questions?
Oh man, the old frying pan one.
Oh yeah,
God, we're getting old.
yeah, yeah, man. I turned 50 on Thanksgiving, so
It's all downhill now.
no, man, it's all the good stuff now. I have a shirt on right now that my wife got me, and it is the epitome of me. It says, they say the first 50 years of childhood are the hardest. So the next 50 years of childhood should be fun. I think I'm going to get these speed paint colors on, and then I am going to head to bed.
Oh. I just realized.
So when are you playing Carnivale again, Antonio?
I don't know, sadly.
Oh, okay.
My opponents live in Salem, but he has an apartment in Montreal, so he works both places.
Okay.
So it's only when he comes up.
Gotcha.
There's a bunch of other guys picked up the game locally, but the motivation doesn't seem to be there. So
Gotcha.
sadly, I don't know. It's probably gonna be somewhere in January, I think.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
No.
I mean, it's a good game. I've played it. I mean, I backed the Kickstarter on it because it was just the initial appeal of it was really good, and then they got Gav Thorpe on board to help with the rules. I know that wasn't the initial thing because that was part of the Kickstarter. The delay was because they involved him later in the game. So
He did some of the story writing too.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, I just got into it. I missed a Kickstarter. I was aware of it, but never that much interested. But I don't know. I had a fluke. Saw something about a Kickstarter for buildings.
Oh
Remembered the game. Look at the game. Learned how dynamic the stuff is and the background. And okay.
Yeah. I backed it. Well, I got onto it because I had gotten so deep into Rumble Slam, and even though TT Combat was still kind of refining at that time their resin casting, because a lot of the Rumble Slam stuff early on that you would get still had a lot of air pockets in it, and there were a fair bit of miscasts, but they were always really good about replacements, so it was really not a big deal. And so when they did Carnivale, it was like, oh, okay, well, I like the Rumble Slam so much, let's check this one out too.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, now every time they do something like that, they create a team for Rumble Slam from whatever game they're doing, which is great. I think that's hilarious. Which really, if you think about it, is a pretty good marketing thing, because for the folks that just stumble on the Kickstarter, it introduces them to the game that they aren't aware of.
Yep.
So thought that was pretty cool. Man, there's a lot of mechs here on this table.
I have a similar comment about the number of buildings you require for Carnivale.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the truth, man?
So there's my inspiration.
Well, you're pretty spot on, man.
Oh, yeah.
I like the classic, the old school Dormammu.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, how do I do this again?
Yeah,
There we go. And of course, I had to put Wolverine behind him, getting ready, to do him.
die. Getting ready to die.
The bubs.
It's like, I love you, Wolverine, but that's Dormammu. And like, what can you do? Stab him? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to have the end result that he's really looking for.
Don't bad talk my knucklehead.
Hey man, listen, I love Wolverine, but that's Dormammu. I know that the mantra, especially since the movies came out, is that they'll find a way for Wolverine to beat everyone.
Yep.
But no. And
Wolverine.
I love Hugh Jackman just as much as the next guy as Wolverine, but no.
The thing is, he's a loner, but he's friends with everybody.
Yeah. Mostly friends.
Mostly, yeah. Acquaintances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of green on your mat there.
Yes, that's all the clan Jade Falcon. You see all the green is because those are the only ones I don't have anything done for yet.
What's the color that you're using right now? That almost looks like a copper.
It's actually the Fire Giant Orange.
Oh yeah, okay, that's an awesome color.
Yeah, it's a really it really is. It's a good color. It does look copper. You're not the first person to say that in video and pictures.
Yeah,
but it really does have an orange look in person. It's just the way that it photographs. Somebody in the BattleTech group asked me about the copper color on the foot of my House Steiner mechs because I was trying to give them something simple but distinguishing.
Yeah. I mean, it has that the light tone is that orange, but then the shadows are the red, so I think that's why it looks like copper.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. I was super hesitant to use it at first, and I'm trying to remember what I put it on first. I think it might have been a Quar model for his flesh. I think that might have been what it was. I'm not 100% sure, but
I think I painted dwarfs was the first one. Some of the Shade Spire, yeah. What were they called? The Dragon Slayers or whatever.
I don't know what the new name for them was, but they used to be Slayers.
But yeah, just with their little mohawk helmets that they had, and their beards and all that, because of course they're dwarfs. They have to have red beards, and
especially if they're Slayers.
Yeah.
Most especially if they're Slayers. But yeah, so that's why I've got all of the Jade Falcons up there, because the way that the game works and the fluff and the lore is that the inner sphere, so the houses, they operate in lances, which is 4 mechs, and the clans operate in stars, which consist of 5 mechs. So in getting all of the guys ready, in order to have 2 lances of inner sphere, I only need 8 mechs, but to have 2 stars of clanners, I got to have 10 mechs.
Are those one bases you have like little dudes, just like squads of men?
Yeah, those are, so you can have infantry for both sides, but those are actually called elementals. So the clans bred, they're basically weapons. They're bred as weapons. The sole purpose of them is to operate these. They're like genetic giants. So so imagine a space marine. That's them.
Okay.
And they're in this armor that is designed to go after mechs. So they have short range missiles, machine guns, and small lasers, and they're effective against mechs because they're small and they're fast and they're hard to hit, and they have this super powerful claw hand, and they will jump on the legs of mechs and shred the armor to get to the internal workings to destroy the leg of a mech. So they were always a really cool part of the game fluff-wise, and they're a fair bit more effective than regular infantry. But I mean, you can bring regular infantry into the game because you can equip them with mobile weapons platforms and things like that. So, all right. Well, that is all I'm doing tonight because, yeah, that's, let me see. Where the heck am I? Cameras. Okay, there we go. Had to figure out what I was doing here. Look at all that color. We got some purples and some oranges and some greens and lots of greens and just a whole lot of greens. Lots of greens. Be a lot of green work. All right, Mr. Eric, put your face back up there. There you are. There you are. Well, Tonio, sir, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. We sure appreciate you.
Yeah, this is cool that we got some of you guys on tonight and paint with us. And I mean, that's kind of a throwback how we started, you know?
Yeah, man. It really was. It's cool, and it's nice to have folks jump in, man. And we appreciate you taking time out and hobbying with us, my friend.
Happy to do so.
And can't wait to see. Oh, look, there you are. And can't wait to see how your buildings come out. Make sure everybody post your stuff up in. It's going to be a little while before I post any of this up because I got a little ways to go. Maybe one or two at a time. Maybe I'll knock just one out or something. But
yeah.
Anyway, I'm not even going to go through the whole spiel tonight, Mr. Eric, because it's so late. All of our normal folks are probably gone anyway. But
yeah, we got 4 people watching. Which
oh my gosh, we still
thank you for watching, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash all of the necessary buttons, and do all of those fun things. Share it around. That gets it out there a little bit more, so that we can have more folks join us. We're not trying to do anything special except spread the word and paint some models. Pop over to the Discord where almost always after we do a hobby night, lots of pictures pop up on the Discord.
Yeah.
So head on over there and check that stuff out. And until next time, guys, next Thursday, I got a really cool topic for next Thursday.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Eric, we got to talk about that. Not tonight. I got to go to bed. We'll talk later. But a cool topic for next week. So please make sure you join us. And until then, my friends, don't forget to prepare yourself for the invasion.